Welcome back. Joining me today is the Assistant Dean of Science, Dr. Kirsten Casey. Dr. Casey, thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome.
I brought you in today to see if you tell us a little bit about what's going on over in the science realm.
Great. So in science, people always think about science as if it's like a whole collection of facts and memorization of things. Science is actually really a way of thinking. And so I encourage students to think about what are they interested in the world. And some people are really inspired by big things like the galaxy and the solar systems, and they want to know more about how the planets work. And other people are more fascinated by the human body and how does it work? How does DNA know how to turn into proteins? Other people are more interested in how do cars go so fast? So science covers all of those things. The really nice thing about the realm that I overlook is we have all of the general education courses that are basic, and you don't have to know which one. So if you're sitting there today thinking, I have no idea, or I don't know about science, right? We have courses for you. So in your first year at AACC, you can take those fundamental courses in biology, physics, and chemistry and really start to understand where your passion lies.
Well, that's very well stated. Thank you. Speaking of students, can you share me one piece of advice that you have for a current or a future student coming to AACC?
Sure. I was in the classroom for a very long time, and the one thing that I always told my students is no matter what your major is, no matter what course you're in, no matter where you go, at some point in your life, you're going to run into a situation that you think, I can't do this, and you get very frustrated. And what I tell students is those moments are moments where you can learn something. So it's not that you can't do it, it's that there's something you don't know, and if you can lean into the frustration and try to figure out what the source is. Maybe this is a topic that you're just not that interested in, but that tells you something because now you know where to pivot. And so what I tell people is when you get frustrated, that's not a sign you're not where you belong. It's actually a sign you're exactly where you belong.
I like that. That's well done. One question for you. You've been at AACC for some time now. What's one thing about the college that you're exceptionally proud of that you'd like to share?
Gosh, one thing? There are so many. I think the real strength of the community college is our class sizes. Our class sizes are small. You have an opportunity to really interact with the faculty, and the faculty all care, and they're really working on getting to know all of the students as a person. And so when you start circling back to my answer at the beginning, as you're trying to figure out what you're interested in, you have an opportunity to talk to faculty. How did you get interested in this topic? What did you like about it? And really kind of find your way. The other thing is, and I can't not plug it, I'm really proud of our undergraduate research program that we're building. That is really going to be, again, an opportunity for students to really dig in and understand what are the possibilities. Science, people think a lot about the scientist with the goggles and the white lab coat, but there's actually a million different directions, and science is becoming more cross-disciplinary all the time. But those fundamental processes of research and understanding and thinking about the world, that really is what makes a scientist. And you have an opportunity here to really dig into that.
Great, thank you. Final question. Are there any things you'd like to share that I haven't touched on yet?
The thing that I'll share is the thing that I share to everyone. A lot of people sometimes have had a bad experience with science in their life, or they think science is all about hard math. What I would encourage people to realize is that anyone can do science, and everyone has to do science. It's a way of thinking about the world, and not everybody has to do it full-time for their job, but those fundamental gen ed courses that everybody has to take really give you a chance to pursue how does the world work. Everybody's going to need to know about climate change, and what does the science mean versus what is actually happening. And so I just think that everybody should really dig in and realize that there's a science for you. You don't have to be good at math. You don't have to love working in the lab. There are topics and areas of interest that you can find that meet your needs.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Casey. Those are words to live by right there.
Okay.
And thank you all for joining me today. This has been another episode of A Guest, Lance, and Two Plants. We'll see you next time.